As the investigation unfolds, whispers of jealousy and desperation are surfacing. Was Reese feeling the pressure to keep up with rival Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise? With her entire legacy on the line and the WNBA in the spotlight, the stakes couldn't be higher.
He just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things.
Is this the beginning of a massive downfall for Angel Reese? Let's dive into the controversy that could change everything for the league and one of its brightest stars. Angel Reese, one of the WNBA's rising stars, now finds herself at the center of a major scandal. Reports have surfaced accusing her of using performance-enhancing drugs, specifically steroids, which are banned in professional sports. Multiple sources indicate that Reese has been caught by the WNBA's strict anti-doping policies, leading to an ongoing investigation. If these allegations are confirmed, it would be a devastating blow to her career. If these allegations are confirmed, Angel Reese's public image will take a massive hit. For a player who's marketed herself as a fierce, dominant force on the court, being associated with steroid use would tarnish everything she's worked for. Fans who once admired her competitive spirit may now view her achievements with suspicion, wondering whether her success was ever legitimate. Critics argue that if Reese is found guilty, it won't just be a case of cheating, it will be seen as a desperate attempt to keep up with the new wave of talent, especially Caitlin Clark.
It didn't seem like anything was wrong. She didn't discuss an injury, so fans were actually really shocked when she came out and said that she would be out for the rest of the season. In the 24 hours after the news broke, the internet ran wild with conspiracy theories. They were wondering if she was truly injured. Did she just decide to tap out of the season because she didn't want to be in the Rookie of the Year conversations anymore?
With Clark's achievements seemingly overshadowing her, the question remains, did Angel Reese feel the need to level the playing field in a way that could now destroy her career?
A Chicago homeless shelter just rejected Angel Reese's jerseys and shoes. Yes, you heard that right. They sent them back. But why? Photos surfaced showing a Chicago homeless shelter returning multiple bags of Angel Reese's jerseys and shoes. The shelter posted a statement saying, "We accept donations that meet our needs and values." No further explanation was given, and that set social media on fire. And then came the stat that stunned everyone. As of early June, Angel Reese now has 532 rebounds, but only 526 points in her WNBA career. That's right, she currently has more rebounds than points. And when you combine that with the shelter rejection, it paints a picture of a player facing major challenges, both on and off the court.
Angel Reese, the rising star of the Chicago Sky, just dropped a bombshell that has fans and critics alike talking. Imagine making it to the WNBA, only to find out that your salary doesn't even cover your rent. That's right, Reese revealed that her $74,000 salary can't pay for her $8,000 a month rent. How is this even possible in a professional sports league? Stick around because we're diving into the real financial struggles facing WNBA players and how Reese's comments are sparking a conversation that the league can't ignore. The speculation is already rampant. Will she deny the allegations, or will she admit guilt and face the consequences? If Reese chooses to go public and own up to her mistakes, it could potentially soften the blow. But if the WNBA investigation uncovers more evidence, the punishment could be severe regardless of how Reese responds. Angel Reese's future in the WNBA hangs in the balance as these steroid allegations shake the league to its core. Will she come forward and address the rumors, or will the investigation reveal the truth before she has the chance? And what does this mean for her rivalry with Caitlin Clark? One thing's for sure, Reese's next move could determine the course of her entire career. Stay tuned, because the fallout from this scandal is only just beginning. As the league continues to grow, will we see the changes needed to give players like Reese the financial security they deserve? Stay tuned, because this conversation is far from over.
I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, like,
The WNBA is on the verge of its biggest scandal yet. Angel Reese, one of the league's most prominent stars, is facing shocking allegations of steroid use. Could this be the end of her career? Social media has already lit up with speculation and debate, with many questioning whether Reese's accomplishments were truly her own or aided by illegal substances. If Reese doesn't address these allegations soon, her silence could further damage her reputation. In the court of public opinion, transparency is key, and failure to confront these rumors head-on could lead to irreversible damage.
If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22.
But why? And what does this say about Angel Reese right now? Angel Reese is one of the most talked about names in women's basketball. She's built a reputation for aggressive rebounding and relentless effort. But now, she's gone viral again. And this time, it's not for her performance on the court. Photos surfaced showing a Chicago homeless shelter returning multiple bags of Angel Reese's jerseys and shoes. The shelter posted a statement saying, "We accept donations that meet our needs and values." No further explanation was given, and that set social media on fire. Fans were shocked. Why would a shelter turn down free gear from a WNBA player? Some believe it was a subtle rejection of Angel Reese's growing list of controversies. Others think the shelter simply didn't want the drama or the attention that might come with her name. Meanwhile, things aren't going much better on the court.
On October 16th, Angel Reese took to Instagram Live to reveal a startling truth about her WNBA salary. In a candid moment, Reese laughed off the idea that her WNBA paycheck could pay her bills, especially her $8,000 a month rent.
I just hope it's...
Reese, who was drafted as the 7th overall pick by the Chicago Sky, signed a rookie contract worth around $74,000 for her first season. But as she shared with her followers, that salary doesn't come close to covering her $96,000 a year rent. Reese's admission has shined a light on the growing financial challenges that WNBA players face, even as they compete at the highest level of their sport.
Fans were shocked. Why would a shelter turn down free gear from a WNBA player? Some believe it was a subtle rejection of Angel Reese's growing list of controversies. Others think the shelter simply didn't want the drama or the attention that might come with her name. Meanwhile, things aren't going much better on the court. In recent games, Angel Reese has struggled badly with finishing around the rim. Clips of her missing multiple wide-open layups just went viral, adding even more fuel to the fire. And then came the stat that stunned everyone. As of early June, Angel Reese now has 532 rebounds, but only 526 points in her WNBA career. That's right, she currently has more rebounds than points. It's rare for a forward to post a stat like that.
That's right. Reese revealed that her $74,000 salary can't pay for her $8,000 a month rent.
Basketball star Angel Reese says her WNBA salary does not cover her rent. On ongoing Instagram Live, the Chicago Sky star says she pays $8,000 per month for rent, but her WNBA salary is only $73,000.
That's right. Reese revealed that her $74,000 salary can't pay for her $8,000 a month rent. Reese's admission has shined a light on the growing financial challenges that WNBA players face, even as they compete at the highest level of their sport. But before you start feeling too bad for Reese, it's important to note that she's far from struggling financially. While her WNBA salary might not cover her rent, she has multiple endorsement deals that more than make up for it.
Critics argue it's a major concern. Rebounding your own missed shots might boost hustle stats, but it also highlights serious scoring issues. In fact, fans have now nicknamed her rebounds "me-bounds," turning it into a meme. And when you combine that with the shelter rejection, it paints a picture of a player facing major challenges, both on and off the court. So,
Basketball star Angel Reese says her WNBA salary does not cover her rent. On ongoing Instagram Live, the Chicago Sky star says she pays $8,000 per month for rent. That's $96,000 each year, but her WNBA salary is only $73,000.
This backing from her team shows that, despite the controversy, Reese's leadership and presence are still valued by those closest to her. Additionally, Reese's head coach, Kim Mulkey, has a history of standing by her players during times of criticism, period. But the support from her inner circle won't be enough to sway public opinion if the allegations are proven true. One thing is becoming increasingly clear. Angel Reese can't stay silent for long. The longer she waits to address these allegations, the worse the situation becomes. If Reese is found guilty and remains quiet, it will look like she was hiding the truth all along, which will only add to the backlash. On the other hand, if she's innocent, then speaking up quickly and forcefully could be her only way to save her reputation. Fans and media alike are eagerly awaiting a response, and the longer she holds out, the more damaging the rumors become. While some argue that the WNBA is still growing and can't afford to pay players like the NBA does, players like Reese are bringing attention to the financial pressures they face. In fact, her Instagram live session made it clear that living in major cities like Chicago with high rent prices can be nearly impossible on a WNBA salary alone. But before you start feeling too bad for Reese, it's important to note that she's far from struggling financially. While her WNBA salary might not cover her rent, she has multiple endorsement deals that more than make up for it. Reese, known as the Bayou Barbie, signed significant deals with companies like Reebok, Amazon, McDonald's, PlayStation, and Coach. These deals reportedly total around $1.7 million, according to USA Today. Reese's admission has shined a light on the growing financial challenges that WNBA players face, even as they compete at the highest level of their sport. The average salary in the WNBA for most rookies hovers around $60,000 to $75,000, a far cry from the multi-million-dollar contracts seen in the NBA. For comparison, even a minimum contract in the NBA is worth over $900,000. The stark contrast between the earnings of male and female professional basketball players has been an ongoing conversation, but Reese's comments bring the issue back to center stage. While some argue that the WNBA is still growing and can't afford to pay players like the NBA does, players like Reese are bringing attention to the financial pressures they face. In fact, her Instagram live session made it clear that living in major cities like Chicago with high rent prices can be nearly impossible on a WNBA salary alone. Her Instagram live session quickly went viral, sparking debates among fans and sports analysts about the disparities between men's and women's sports.
Yesterday,
some critics argue that players like Reese are living beyond their means, while others believe her transparency is essential for pushing the WNBA to improve its pay structure. Reese's playful comment,
Yo, I'm living beyond my means. It's like,
highlighted the absurdity of the situation, how a professional athlete's salary can't cover basic expenses like rent. But more importantly, her remarks have sparked a renewed conversation about how WNBA players are valued and compensated. This has become a trend for many high-profile WNBA players, with the league's salaries unable to keep pace with the cost of living and the demands of being a professional athlete. Endorsement deals have become a critical part of how players make a living. Reese's Reebok deal alone is worth more than her entire rookie contract with the Sky. It's these sponsorships that allow her to live the lifestyle she does. But not every WNBA player has access to such lucrative opportunities. The WNBA has made strides in recent years, but the question remains, why aren't WNBA salaries higher? Part of the reason comes down to revenue. The NBA generates billions of dollars in revenue each year, while the WNBA is still working to grow its audience and sponsorship deals. The WNBA's current media rights deal is worth $50 million per season, a fraction of what the NBA brings in. The financial pressure doesn't just affect rookies or bench players. Veteran stars have also been vocal about the need for higher salaries and better support for players. Many argue that the WNBA should increase its salary cap and provide better benefits, such as housing allowances or higher base salaries, to help players live comfortably in the cities where they play. Angel Reese's decision to speak openly about her salary is part of a broader movement of athletes using social media to discuss their financial realities. In a world where professional athletes are often seen as living glamorous lifestyles, Reese's comments bring attention to the fact that many athletes, especially in women's sports, are still fighting for fair compensation. Reese's candid remarks highlight a truth that many WNBA players face. Making a living solely off their league salary is nearly impossible. While top players like Reese, Breanna Stewart and Aja Wilson supplement their income with endorsement deals. Other players don't have that luxury. Players who don't secure major endorsement deals often find themselves playing overseas during the WNBA's offseason, where they can make significantly more money. This extra strain of playing year-round takes a toll on their bodies and mental health, but for many, it's the only way to maintain a stable income. The financial pressure doesn't just affect rookies or bench players. Veteran stars have also been vocal about the need for higher salaries and better support for players. Many argue that the WNBA should increase its salary cap and provide better benefits, such as housing allowances or higher base salaries, to help players live comfortably in the cities where they play. With Reese's growing influence both as a player and a media personality, her voice will likely be a key part of future discussions about how to move the WNBA forward. She has already proven that she's willing to speak up about the issues that matter. And as she continues her career, it's clear that Reese will be at the forefront of the WNBA's evolution. But for now, Reese's comments have left fans and analysts wondering, how long will it take before the WNBA can pay its stars what they truly deserve? Angel Reese's honesty about her WNBA salary has reignited the debate about pay in women's sports. While endorsement deals are helping stars like Reese, the reality is that the WNBA has a long way to go before it can offer salaries that match the cost of living for its players. With endorsement deals and a promising WNBA career ahead of her, Reese is positioning herself as one of the key players who will help elevate the league. But her honesty about her financial situation also makes her a voice for change, pushing the WNBA to address the pay gap and improve conditions for all players, not just the top earners. As the WNBA continues to grow, the pressure is on to find ways to improve salaries and benefits for players like Angel Reese. The league's current financial model may not be enough to support its rising stars, especially as more attention and investment pour into women's sports. Despite the financial struggles that come with being a WNBA player, Reese has maintained a positive outlook on her career. In a reflective social media post, she spoke about the highs and lows of her rookie season, which was cut short due to a wrist injury. Even though she couldn't finish the season, Reese made it clear that she's focused on making an even bigger impact in year 2. Through it all, I have showed that I belong in this league even when no one else believed, Reese wrote in her post. Her determination to prove herself in the WNBA, despite the challenges she's faced, is part of what makes her a star both on and off the court. In fact, Reese's popularity and impact on the league go beyond her play on the court. She, alongside other stars like Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu, is driving viewership and ticket sales, which could lead to bigger media deals and more money for the league. Already, discussions about a new media deal worth $200 million are taking place, a huge increase from the current deal. If these negotiations go through, WNBA salaries could finally see a significant boost. One of the most talked about angles in this scandal is the rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Clark has taken the WNBA by storm with her record-breaking performances and flawless reputation.
She happens to be a terrific talent who's white and very, very marketable. The combination of the two things make her the golden goose for the WNBA. Go after her, compete with her, get the better of her at every turn.
While Reese has consistently been portrayed as the villain in their competitive narrative.